Hi everyone, welcome back to my lab and today's video, which is going to be kind of a makeup playtime in which I create this look. I bought some coffee around 8:30 at night and then I was wide awake and I got the inspiration to play with a little bit of makeup, especially at this time of day where I'm not going anywhere. So I was just gonna have a little fun with color. My last few looks have been very, very neutral and wearable, and all of a sudden I got the inspiration to splash everything on my face, and this is what happened. Before we get into the video, if you're new here, I'm Yori. Thank you for clicking on my video. Hopefully you'll enjoy it and consider subscribing for 3 brand new videos every single week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some of the makeup products that I bought at the makeup show. I did a haul video, which I will link up in the cards if you want to check it out. But I have the Danessa Myricks cream palette. I have a Cozzette metallic palette. I have some glitters from Lemonhead, Los Angeles. And even though I bought the Viseart Gram Pro 3, I actually completed my look with the Viseart Gram Pro 1, which is something I already had in my collection. I mentioned in that haul video that my next dance costume is going to be neon green, and I wanted to play with something, maybe some options for the girls to see how we want to do our makeup for that performance. Now, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into how I created this look in a very, very amateurish way. I have a lot of the items from the makeup show to play with today. I honestly don't know how the look is going to come out. I want to do something really creative and out there. It's inspired by the look that Sheila Kett did on my friend Jessica. She posted it on Instagram. I will link the Instagram post down below, but I really like the shape, the winged out glitter under eye, if you can see here, and I want to create something sort of like that. So that's the inspiration for the look. I'm sure it's not going to turn out exactly right, but I'm going to do the best I can and have a little fun playing with my new products at the same time. This look is intended for stage makeup, so I want to make sure that it would last a long time. So I'm starting with the Anastasia eyeshadow primer. I'm going in from the back of my hand. I think I'm actually going to do this eye first and then do the other eye off camera. I'm using these Sephora tapes because I want a really sharp line and I wanted sort of a stencil there. So I'm using these eye tapes. These Sephora ones, they kind of hurt when you take them off, but I have a lot of moisturizers on right now, so hopefully it won't be so bad this time. I'm not even exactly sure what brushes I'm going to use, so I have a variety of every kind of small detail brush that I have here, and I'm just kind of trying to pick and choose. Basically, I'd like to make a cream base for the eyeshadows, and I'm going to use this one from Pretty Vulgar. The formula on this is fine, it's nice, but what I don't like about it is that you really can't see into the pot. So since today I don't need anything too precise, I'm going to use it for that purpose. Okay, since this is going to be a little bit messy, I don't want to use my best brushes, so I'm going to use this little synthetic brush from Morphe, and I'm just reaching in there. I can't really tell where the product is, but I have some now, and I just want to set this down along that tape. I'm going to go over this with eyeshadow anyway, but I do want it to be really, really black at the base, so I'm using this cream liner. Oh my gosh, I just keep going higher and higher with this. I think I put too much on the brush. Since I have so much product on the brush, I think I'm going to modify a little bit and just make an entire base with this black liner. Since I do have hooded eyes, I also opted to go a little bit over the natural fold of my eye, just to make sure that the work is still seen. Now I kind of wanted orange and purple on the lid. I don't have orange in this palette, but I have this golden shade Niobium as well as this amethyst shade. So I think I'm going to apply both of those. I'm going to go in with, I think I'm going to go in with amethyst first because I want that to be the focal point. I'm picking up that shadow. This is a brush from Alamar Cosmetics, and you can see how intensely pigmented that eyeshadow goes on. I'm going to extend it a little bit into the wing area, but not too much because I'm going to put black eyeshadow there. That shade picked up beautifully on a brush. I have a lot less space for the gold, so I'm going to use, this is a MAC lip brush. It's a 231. I'm going to use that gold shade on the inner part of my eye. Once that shade is down, I want to try to blend a little bit between these two. I think it'll probably be easier if I take the gold into the purple. I'm going to use the black from my original Viseart Grand Pro palette, and I'm just basically going to set the eyeliner down. I want to use a somewhat small brush. I'm going to try the C brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to set that liner. Once the liner's set, I'm going to kind of push into the metallic purple shade to blend those together. Now, I actually didn't want the top to be so harsh. It wasn't in Jessica's makeup look, so I'm going to try to diffuse that out. Let me see. So I'm going to do my best to diffuse that out with the corresponding colors in the palette. I'll probably use this purple, a little bit of the gray, and maybe this mustardy tone to blend out over the top of that, what looks like a cut crease. Because it's so harsh, I'm actually going to start with that gray, and I'm just gonna go over the edge. I do want to diffuse that upward, so I'm going to take a color from this palette that's kind of close to my skin tone, maybe this second one right here, and I'm going to blend out just above all that. There's still a little bit of harshness, so I'm gonna take a little bit of this darker gray and I'm going to go between the two shades right here on this outer corner. Alright, so let's go ahead and take this off and see what we're working with. So I like it, but I would want it to be sharper upward. So I'm actually going to clean that up with a makeup wipe. Just make it more sharp upwards. So that's a very sharp line. I'm gonna go into the Danessa Myricks Vivid palette and I'm going to basically draw the eyeliner. I'm going to use this MAC 311 brush first, and I'm gonna go into the cream. Now this isn't the color I want it to stay, I just want to have a base, and I'm going to apply it all underneath. Now I know I don't have any concealer or anything like that, but this is a trial makeup look and I've seen people apply concealer after they've done basically their lower lash line. I'm going to apply some glitter here, and so I just want there to be a base of the green color in case the glitter doesn't go on fully opaque. So that's a slightly more messy version of what I had in mind. Let's just put the glitter on. The glitter I want to use is by Lemonhead Los Angeles, and it is the Luz Verde Space Jam. Maybe I'll use a wing liner brush to pick this up. Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm just going to try to lay it over the green liner. It's kind of hard because the glitters are not all the same shape, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Now I'm just trying to get an even distribution of glitter, and I think that's about right. That space paste was pretty easy to use. I have another shade which is more iridescent, and I'm tempted to apply it to the inner corner, but I also don't want to distract from the green, but let's try it. So that would be the shade White Rabbit. I'll use this little Sephora brush. It is a 32 tight line brush. Actually, maybe I should use this for eyeliner. I'm going to try this brush instead. It's the Luxie 141. And I'm going to pick up a bit of the glitter and just drop it right in the inner tear duct. That might have been a bit more than I bargained for, but because the look is so intense, I do want to use black liner. So I'm going to use the Sephora brush and I'm going to go ahead and try this Pretty Vulgar one. I'm actually really impressed at how creamy it was, but also now I know not to pick up too much. And I'm just applying that to my upper lashes. I think this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to take a little break, do the other eye, and finish this off with lashes because it's desperately in need of lashes. I'm going to actually put some green liner in the lower lash line too. I hope I have one. But anyway, let me take a quick break and I will be right back. So this is where we are. I did decide to use a green eyeliner. I used one from NYX. It's the Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shine eyeliner. It's in the shade Esmeralda. I applied a little bit of the unlashed mascara from Wonder Beauty, and then I used some of the Stillazi eyelashes that I bought at the makeup show. This one is in the style Allure, and they're actually a lot more natural than I thought they were going to be. I think this look could have definitely benefited from bolder lashes, but I do like the way that they look. Right now my face looks really funny because obviously I don't have any foundation. My hair is all over the place, but I think I want to leave this video with a focus on just the products that I bought at the makeup show. I didn't get a complexion products or anything like that, so I'm going to do my complexion off camera and I'll come back and let you know what I thought of the products that I bought. Also, I'm sorry if the video was a little bit boring, but I was playing with like entirely new media, a lot of cream products, glitter products that I'm not familiar with, and also trying a really bold eyeshadow look, as you can see. So I was really focused, and so I'm sorry if I didn't talk too much through it, but definitely feel free to ask me any questions if anything wasn't clear. But anyway, let me finish this look and I will be right back. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing that little demo. I know I'm not a makeup artist and I don't go into the colors specifically the way a makeup artist would. I did want to give credit to the makeup artist from whom I received the inspiration. I don't know if I would make her proud with this look or not. Somehow I don't think so, but just the same, it was so much fun to create and I actually like the way that it turned out. There's a few things that I would tweak here and there, but let's go over the product before I mention those things. The first palette that I used when creating my look was the Cozzette Metallic palette. I only used two shades, obviously, the Amethyst and the Niobium shades, but both of them performed amazingly well. You saw I went in with a dry brush, even though it was over a slightly tacky base, and that probably intensified the effect of the color a little bit, but that's always an option that you have when you're working with metallic shadows. I definitely did the right thing in picking up the metallic palette. So far, I love it, but granted, it was just two shades. The Danessa Myricks palette was really interesting to work with as well. I only used the neon green shade as a base on the lower lash line. Didn't irritate my eye in any kind of way. I didn't find that the product was creasing and it was quite pigmented. I am really curious to use these as eyeshadow bases on the lid to really make colors pop, but for the purpose that I used it today, it worked really well and I love the colors in this palette. This definitely has added something different to my collection that I didn't have already. This is a really fun product. For the Viseart Grand Pro one, I've loved this palette for a while and I've used it on my channel before. I think Viseart mattes are absolute beautiful. When I went in with the different colors, I eventually kind of blended it away with the grays and that's fine. I think maybe next time if I create the look, I will define the crease a little bit more, maybe do the crease first and then do a cut crease instead. Just a little something to play with in technique of how I would apply the shadows next time if I wanted those colors to remain, but I do like the smokiness of this look the way that it is right now, so I think it worked out alright anyway. And lastly, these glitters. So both of these, the shade White Rabbit and the shade Luz Verde, are the ones that have the different size particle glitters in it, and so I use the White Rabbit shade in my inner corner, and sometimes I picked up some of the bigger particles, sometimes some of the smaller ones, and I had a hard time sort of figuring out exactly how much intensity to add there. I'm not exactly sure that I would redo the inner corner highlight. I'll have to wait and see how it looks in pictures and when I'm editing this video. I might use this just over a lid shade just to add a little bit extra dimension. The color is beautiful and you can see in my inner corner how it's picking up a lot of that purple and the green iridescence. It's really nice. I love that this is already inside some kind of like sticky medium. I didn't use anything else additionally. I just went in with a brush and I applied it and it stuck just fine. I had a slightly more difficult time with the Luz Verde, but that's because it was going in a very specific part of my eye, and I knew that I probably wouldn't be able to get full opacity with this color, which is why I wanted to do the green base, so that way it looks continuous and the glitter is just sort of spread out throughout. Again, I didn't have any trouble getting it to adhere to my face. There were only like slight particles of glitter that fell out while I was working with it. And again, I think it's because of the area in which I was working. These products I think would work beautifully on the lid. I wonder how they might do with creasing. I did notice that, you know, my under eyes, they're a little crinkly, and when I blink, I did notice, you know, just even as I smile or make expressions, my under eyes naturally crease, and it has crinkled a little bit in the way I applied the glitter, but honestly, because of the green base that's underneath, it doesn't look bad at all. I mean, it doesn't look perfect when you are looking at it up close, but it doesn't look bad. And I think for stage makeup, this is super intense. I think that this is kind of like Joker inspired. I love purple and green together. I think it looks great. And when I heard that our costume was going to be green, I thought maybe, you know, something with a little bit of purple would be great. Now this would be really intense and maybe a little more sophisticated with a nude lip, which is another option, but I chose a purple because why not? It's now what, like 12 a.m. and I'm just at home playing with makeup and I'm having a blast. Hopefully you enjoyed playing with makeup with me and hearing a little bit about these products. I know you were curious about them from my haul. They're such unique products in my collection. All of them. They're wonderful and I'm having so much fun playing with them. I can't wait to do it again. Let me know what you thought of the eye look, if it's wearable. I mean, I'm wearing it, so it has to be wearable. Anyway, I did have fun playing with the makeup. I came up with one potential eye makeup look for our dance performance, and you know, maybe this could be a Halloween look, or I don't know, could be, I don't know. It's just a pretty look. I enjoyed it. I'll be sure to post a picture on Instagram and see how it does. I've had too much coffee. I definitely need to try to get some sleep now. Wash it all off. I know I didn't share how I created the complexion, but I've done my complexion for you guys many times. I kept it very, very neutral. Just a soft peachy blush. I did contour a little bit since, you know, the angle of the eyeshadow is so sharp. But really, that's about it. Let me know what you thought of this kind of video, if you'd like to see more like it, or if it's really not up to your speed. I think even if the look is not necessarily something you might wear, you still get an idea of how the products perform. So hopefully at least that part was helpful and interesting. That's everything from me today. If you did enjoy this video, my puppy is snoring over there. He's not really a puppy. He's like 11 or 12 years old now, but he looks like a puppy. He's ready for bed for sure. So I'm going to sign off for now. I kind of lost my train of thought when I heard him snoring, but I was just trying to sign off. I hope that you're having a great day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I look forward to reading your comments down below and to seeing you again really, really soon on my next one. Bye-bye.